Hi guys, my name is Paola Rodriguez. I am 23 years old and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Um, I've never said these words out loud before, but it's the reason why you're here. Um, 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, whatever, I was on CatFish, the TV show on MTV. Someone used my pictures to have a relationship with someone else online, and so it's taken me 3 years to finally work up the courage to make this video and answer your questions, and I'm still like, my anxiety is acting up, like I'm just like going insane, I'm hyperventilating, I can't deal with this. But I'm comfortable enough with myself now that I know that this doesn't shape who I am, that this doesn't shape what I'm going to be, this doesn't shape what I think of myself, because at the end of the day, if you guys feel good having these answers, and then that makes me feel better, and if you don't care, well then, I mean, that's fine, you wouldn't be watching this video. As you can tell, this is pretty hard for me, so I have my liquid courage right here, and I'm just going to try to open up as best as I can. It's not my strong suit, so be patient with me, please. Oh, the sun is kind of shining funny. So all in all, I just wanted to answer some of your questions, because that's kind of the point of this video. I asked you guys to just ask me whatever you wanted, and I would be completely honest about everything, down right to the dirty details about me being on CatFish. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Simone, with 4 M's and 4 N's, asks, do you ever think that people are still using your photos? No, not at all. I am a normal person with a normal face and a normal everything, and I don't post things that I feel like are like the catch for people who create fake profiles. I feel like people who create fake profiles are looking for a specific image or like a guarantee, oh, someone's gonna fall in love with this girl pictures, and that's not what I portray at all. I don't consider myself a person that would get catfished at all. I see these gorgeous girls on Instagram and like Tumblr and Facebook, and they're just like goddesses, and I just don't understand why they're not on this show, like how I just don't understand. I don't understand a lot of things. I am skeptical about everything, and I'm still wondering if this is a dream. Carol, with like a million A's, asks, were you hesitant about being on CatFish? Yeah, I was pretty hesitant in the beginning. I did not want any part of this. I actually just wanted to continue to live my life the way I did. I didn't want my personal life to blow up and have everyone know everything about me, or have my name be associated with something negative. Not that I care what people think, but I do care about my image and like what I portray, and like I want to be a professional one day, and I don't want this to follow me like that. So it was overwhelming for me, to say that. And while I was very hesitant about being on the show initially, Max and Neve have an eye for things like this, and they realized that this show was actually going to blow up and become an international success. And if my episode helps them become successful, then I am happy, because that's someone's dream, and that's their dream, and if it made it happen, then that's fine with me. Irfano, I'm gonna put their name somewhere around here. How was it to hear someone was using your private stuff? And then Clippers, Dodgers, Packers, Julio one also asked something very similar, and it's kind of like a thing, how do you feel about it? At the beginning, I felt very uncomfortable knowing that someone could just access my private things and create this entire different personality and say things, and people would think that I said them, so I felt very uncomfortable at the beginning. I pretty much felt uncomfortable throughout the whole time. Yeah, being a private person and liking these matters to just kind of stay behind closed walls, and then having it blow up and having the entire world see things like this was very overwhelming for me. I don't consider this flattering at all. I actually consider it an invasion of my privacy in general. So it made me be very hesitant about posting pictures, about posting personal information, about putting up like who I'm dating or where I work or things like that. So naturally, Ange asks, and I'll put it right here somewhere, we never think something like that would actually happen with us, just in movies and on TV. So did it make you more open-minded or more cautious to know there are people out there that can target us? Very good question. episode, or this entire situation, made me very aware of everything that I put on the internet. It made me very cautious. I never wanted to put where I worked or where I went to school or around the area that I lived. Atlanta's big enough to where I can say Atlanta, but you don't know what part of Atlanta I live in. You don't know where to find me, and that's the most important thing to me, is being cautious with my safety, and knowing that that was in harm really made me overwhelmed. Evie Juice asks, what was your reaction when you found out Ramon was sending all that money to someone he'd never met? I got bills to pay. Go ahead, send that money this. I'm just kidding. I felt bad for him because I understand what it's like to work for your money, and as far as I saw from that episode, he worked hard. And so for someone to just take advantage of someone that works that hard, it's just completely unfair, and it's just not cool, you know? Like, it's just not cool. Naturally, Ange asked, did you ever want to give Ramon a chance? No, because I did not know him. Because as flattering as it is for someone to like your pictures, it doesn't mean that you know them or they know you. And the fact that they were gullible enough to fall for something like a fake person on the internet, it was an immediate turnoff for me personally. I had no interest in being a love story coming from MTV, you know. I just wasn't who I am. It's still not who I am. I'm very proud of the decisions that I've made to this day. I don't regret saying yes. I also don't regret staying quiet for a long time, because it made the people that actually care about the answers come forward and ask the questions. And, you know, you're probably watching this video right now. So if you still care, I'm happy that you're watching. Emily96 asks, did you know the person who used your pictures? No, I did not know her. Actually, I have a story to tell you guys about that. So I have a Tumblr, and I think that's where she originally found me, because I have, like, anonymous messages from people saying, you should post more pictures of yourself, you know, like, you're so pretty, blase, blase, blase. So I think that's where it originated from, but, like, my Instagram and, like, my Tumblr were connected somehow. So she might have connected it that way and found pictures that weren't on Tumblr on Instagram and found pictures that weren't on Instagram on Tumblr. But it's really strange having, like, your entire, like, social media history laid out for you in front of you. And then, last but not least, sorry, I'm Niche asks, weren't you on the Carbonaro Effect, the TV show? That's a different question for a different video. I can't answer that right now, but let's just say I can make a different video for it. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. This has been long enough. If you have any more questions, feel free to message me. Slide in my DMs on Instagram. It's Hola Paola. Like I said, it's HOLA_PAOLA. You guys have been super, super cool about this entire situation, defending me on the internet when I didn't want to speak up for myself, and I appreciate that so much. You have no idea what it feels like to have someone on the other side of the world literally, like, yelling through the internet at another person to finish an episode and shut up and, like, stop harassing me because I'm not a fake. It's just, it sounds very crazy, but it warms my heart to know that somebody cares. Somebody cares. The sun keeps doing this thing where it comes out of nowhere and then it goes away. Welcome to Atlanta. Through a message from your words, Paola. Your words. Get them together.